Every light's on, cameras roll. Time to break the mold. No more silence, every story's gotta be told. Truth in the air, no filter, no disguise. Real talk, real change. We open up your eyes. We got the voices that are changing the game. Fearless, unchained, calling our names. From the struggles to the rise, we expose, we ignite. No topic too deep when you step in the light. We got the answers, spotlight, let your truth be heard. Unfiltered conversations, every thought, every word. We challenge, we question, we dive in the deep, breaking the silence. No secrets we keep. From the pain to the power, the lessons we learn. Voices of the people, let the fire burn. Dr. Donna, Dr. Laxley, leading the way, guiding the truth in a world full of gray. Experts, activists, voices untold. Everyday heroes with stories so bold. This is more than a show. It's a movement, a spark, illuminating shadows, bringing light to the dark. We got the voices that are changing, be heard. Unfiltered conversations, every thought, every word. We challenge, we question, we dive in the deep, breaking the silence. No secrets we keep. Step into the spotlight, let your truth be heard. Unfiltered conversations, every thought, every word. We challenge, we question, we dive in the deep, breaking the silence. No secrets we keep. We got the voices, spotlight, let your truth be heard. Unfiltered conversations, every thought, every word. We challenge, we question, we dive in the deep, breaking the silence. No secrets we keep. And if you want the real, then tune in right now. We're breaking down walls, no backing down. One mic, one voice, one mission tonight. Step into the spotlight, let's get it right. Let's get it right. Head to the spotlight. Let's get it right. What do?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another evening of In the Spotlight. This is the home of unfiltered conversations where real talk is what we do. And I am none other than Dr. Donna Thompson.
Hey, Dr. Donna, and I'm Dr. Laxley Stephenson, and together we are your moderators.
Yes,
How are you, Donna?
I am great. It is Thursday, another Thursday, and I am grateful and happy that we're here.
And so happy that we're here. You know, you couldn't say that better. And what about all the rain that we're getting? Isn't that awesome?
Oh my gosh, yes. You know, when it started raining yesterday, I was like, yes, I felt like I was in a rainstorm because we haven't had rain in so long.
You know, that's interesting that you should say that because you live just down the road from me, and it's been raining where I live every single day.
Oh my, you see what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, the rain has just been passing me. It's been circling. It's been circling.
It's been circling you. You know, they say that the rain don't fall on one man yard. I tell you. Well, it seems that it's been falling on my yard and I'm so grateful for that, you know. All right, so we got a packed night. We have big things going on, right? You know, we have two guests on tonight. We're going to be diving into the Royal of Caribbean music and international celebrations. We have our good friend, Dr. Garfield McCook, founder and president of the Jamaica International Independence for a Song Competition. We call it GIFs. And in our second segment, we have Dr. Evette Taylor, president of the Atlanta Jamaican Association. And she's going to talk about big things that are getting ready to go down. So, Donna, let's jump into it, right? Let's bring the man on, Dr. Garfield McCook, the founder and president of GIFs. Let's bring him on. So we have so much to talk about.
All right. So, welcome.
Thank you, guys. Good to be with you on this Thursday, rainy/sunny afternoon.
I'm not sure if you heard us talking. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the rain on our side of town, right? And Donna, we live relatively close to each other, but
right?
No rain where she lives.
Well, I guess somebody's doing something good or bad. What's going on over there?
I started to wonder, like, what's going on over here? What's really happening here? But thankfully, we were blessed to get some. So,
right.
I thank the higher powers for that. We got our blessings.
Yes.
Yeah, we did receive our blessing, and there's more coming. There are days when the rain is a thing that we say it's getting in the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting in the way of events, it's getting in the way of all kinds of stuff, but it's always something that we should welcome. But there's something about water that brings life, right?
Yep.
So we're grateful. So, Doc,
yes, sir.
We have much to talk about and not a lot of time to do it. There's a big thing coming on Saturday. And before we even get into the date, I want you to share with us what inspired you to create GIFs and how has the journey evolved over the years?
Yeah, well, GIFs I wouldn't say was started by default, but sometimes in life when you're trying to do something and it doesn't happen, it's like one door closes but another opens. So that's how I look at it. GIFs was a door that opened behind a closed door, and we're here to provide that platform for Jamaican artists in the diaspora to showcase their talent during our independence celebration in Jamaica. As I always say, our motto is loving you from afar. We're here in America, the great America that some people want to come to, but then we still have that attachment back home. We still have that love for Jamaica, and there are artists here who needed to be heard. It's difficult for them to enter in Jamaica, so here at GIFs, we created that platform for them to showcase their talent, and we are in our 5th year. And over the past 5 years, I'd say roughly about 60 artists have now a name that people can recognize, and under normal circumstances, that would not have happened.
60 is the number.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's amazing. And how many years we've been around?
This is our 5th staging. So the 5th staging is going to be on Saturday, 2 days from now, July 26th, here at Shiloh High School Theater in Snellville, Georgia.
Donna, are you excited?
Wow, yeah. I'm super excited. I actually got my colors ready. So yes. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Hey, the colors are gonna, it's interesting. Every year you see the different combinations and say, my God, that black, green, and gold can be fixed so many ways. That is not old, but it's always bold. Oh, that's a new saying. It's never old.
I like
it's
that.
Always bold. Let me write that down.
I like that.
Yes.
But Dr. McCook, will you be performing at the event?
What's that?
Will you be performing?
Yeah. So here's what happened. I created a theme song, Gimme Jamaica, and I did that because I realized I'm starting this competition and I can never enter. So the theme song was created so that I can be forever relevant, and it gives folks, a template to sort of work towards, for what we want in the competition. And in the past 4 years, we always play the video and everything. And then someone said, why are you playing the video? Why don't you be natural? Go out there and do your thing. So to all who are listening, come on out. I'll be the opening act in GIFs 2025. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. That song, I'm ready. That reminds me of a song that was one of the winning songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Give us a quick sample of "Give Me Jamaica." Nice piece.
Down, red, white, and blue, raise the black, green, and gold, stamp our name on the world. We are many, we are one, every continent we have gone. Africa, Antarctica,
Wow.
Asia, Australia, Europe, North and South America, JIIFSC, Jamaican Reggae Overseas, JIIFSC, Jamaican Reggae Overseas, 8662, independence for me and you.
Yeah.
Dr. Donna, if you didn't have a reason to purchase your tickets, that is a
Yes.
reason right there. Wow, talking about plugging your own show, right? That is
Yes,
the way
yes.
to go. The way to go.
Yes.
All right. So how can someone get tickets, right? I have a flyer here and I want you to talk to us about it, okay?
Yes. So tickets again. What a beautiful flyer! Look at the black, green, and gold. I was thinking about configuration. That's a perfect example. So we have 7 artists. I always say from around the world because it's an international competition. Tanya Lou is our international from America. Tanya Lou is from Canada, and we have all the others. We have Ernil, we have Ijanoa, Laura, Lisa, Lee Priest Johnson, Nib, and Charlie. So these are the 7 finalists, guys. And if you want to hear good Jamaican reggae independence music, I'm telling you, you go to JIIFSC.com and buy your tickets. And for those out there who have been telling me, oh, I can't make it this year, guess what? I just posted another link. If you can't make it and you love us like how we love you from afar, love us from afar and just donate. So JIIFSC.com.
So what you're saying, if you live in Canada, England, Jamaica, you can still support the movement.
Still support.
Amazing.
Yes, and we've been getting some of that ever since I made that post yesterday. Folks, and it's interesting. There are some folks who I knew directly that I sent on WhatsApp, and they told me, "Oh, sorry." I said, "No problem, man. No problem. I'm sorry that you can't come also." But guess what? There's a donate button there. Just click on it.
And of course, GIFs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Yes.
So donations are tax exempt, right? Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
So go out there and make that donation. And talk to us about proceeds.
Okay. So what we have done is we have identified Jamaica has the TVJ All Together Sing competition in Jamaica. It's for high schools. And what we have done is they are our major support in terms of funds proceeds going to. So what we're doing is trying to go to the high school. They have this the great competition there for years. And whoever the winner is will be the main recipient of the proceeds that we gather or generate from GIFs. And what that is really doing is trying to lay a foundation. So kids at that high school age, they're going to be leaving high school, going on to college. They're leaving with something, knowing that their culture, their independence is being recognized abroad. And we are supporting you on a local level. So one of you one day can become a festival song competition winner there or here. Interestingly, we go down and we make our contribution. We have been to Old Harbor High. We have been to Manchester High, Old Harbor and Manchester. Those are the 2 recipients so far. And it was interesting when we went to Manchester High. We went there during their morning devotion, and oh my God, what an experience. It was myself, Andrea, my wife, and Hugh Campbell and his wife. We went down and did it, and they were receptive. And so they are in touch with us. We also are looking out for students. So we're supporting the school in that way, and we're supporting the youth both there and in the USA. We also have a lot of outreach program. We go down and we help out the homeless. We go down by Grady Hospital where my wife works, and we help out the homeless, and we donate. And then we partner with other entities like Global Humanity Network and a collision with purpose. So we're out there taking what we have, and we're giving it back, which is a key.
Dr. Donna, this sounds like something right up our alleyway, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it just goes to show the importance that it's not just that where you're doing a show to entertain people, but it's also a giving back component to our community. And that's why it's even more important for everyone to come out and purchase your tickets and support this.
Yes.
Because you know that you're having a great time, but you're also helping your community.
That's
so that's awesome.
Dr. McCook, how does it feel to see your vision bringing together Jamaicans from across the globe, bringing them together? How does that make you feel?
It's interesting. Today I had the opportunity to give someone some words that is going to be on a brick campaign, and I recall I had to sit down and think about what it is. So it's going to have my wife's name and my name. So I had to find something for the other lines, and the second line I put ready to serve. Right, that's the first thing I thought about. Ready to serve. So it's a warm feeling, Dr. Lax and Dr. Donna, to see. I would say a young man like me who I wouldn't say I'm a musician, but I have an idea, and once you have an idea and you go for it, then these are the things that happen. I have a saying that if you believe and believe in your belief, believe and thy will be done. So when I go like to Shiloh on Saturday and I see all these people there and realize that it's as a result of my doing or our doing, because it's not just me. I'm the head, yes, but we have a team. It's warm. It's giving back to Jamaica. Our song, Docs. When I say Docs, I'm creating a new thing, Docs, plural Docs. Our song, Docs, over the years have really been something that people were wanting. The quality, the caliber song, the first song, and that's why people keep coming back. Because I always say, our Jamaican term, I didn't want a competition. We have like a pian thing going on. We have caliber. We have to have high caliber. And the winning songs for the last 4 years, if you listen to them, and guys, they're out there on Facebook, or you go jiifsc.com and you can find the songs there. So it gives me warmth. It's hard work, and I'm hoping folks out there really appreciate the hard. They don't know what goes on behind the scene, but it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So it's a good feeling, great feeling.
Awesome. Now let's talk about the vision for the future. You're in 5 years.
Yes.
5 years. Where do you see GIFs going in the next 5 years? Any plans for collaborations with other international organizations, other countries?
Yeah. So one of the things, interestingly, we're actually planning, and fingers crossed, to be in Florida in 2027. So that's one of the goals. One of the goals is to move it to different cities. So the plan is Florida, then New York, and then we'll make our first international appearance in Canada. Because the first winner was out of Canada, Labiluja, great guy. We have Tanya Lou coming back this year again from Canada. So Canada has been that partner with us for those years. So that's the game plan to do that. I've had conversations in the past with the folks, the powers that be in Jamaica, and I've presented to them that, look, we're here to complement, not compete. So why not let us alternate and have your number one person with our number one person on the same stage this year, and next year we do it, because this is all for our island in the sun that we love. I think it does help somewhat in tourism in that people who come here, they say, you know what, if this is what we can get a little taste of here, let's go get to the island in the sun and see what's there. So we're looking, Doc. We've had two albums since our inception. It's called GIFs Regals Volume 1 and Volume 2. And those albums have the top 3 songs. So we've partnered with VPAL Record, that's a subsidiary of VP Record, and they're the ones who are distributing our songs. So we're making big things. I'm speaking with Rudy Page out of Fresh FM London. He's our European counterpart, to see how we could get things there. We also want to do a GIF store, which I think would be a GIF store would be so perfect, which would entail us taking the winners and others who have entered who are interested, and those songs, really have a good vibe, and we do a tour. So those are the things that we're looking forward to, Docs.
Awesome.
Nice.
Dr. Donna, anything you want to say to Dr. McCook? I know you will be at the event.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll be there. I really just commend you, Dr. McCook, for doing what you're doing in honor of our small little island, but we're great big people with big hearts and vision. And it's really great that you're doing this to really bring our music to the forefront, and just your vision for the future to take it to other countries and states is definitely a wonderful vision. And I'm quite sure it's something that, of course, we'll be supporting you 100% on, with doing that. But I want to ask you, so I know we're down to the wire. We're down to the wire. So share with us kind of like what to expect on August 26th. What can we expect that evening?
Well,
Like, a little bit of what.
I think we don't like when lightning strike, but I think lightning is going to strike that night. And the reason being is that this year, the entrance this year, in past years, you might say, this one, and I mean, I have to be unbiased, and I have to just listen, and I can hear, but I can't really comment. But this year, I think we have a great group of artists who have gone and spent their time to produce high quality songs. We have an artist in there who is 78 years old, who's been doing music for 70 years, he says. He's going to be there. I mean, all of these people are so happy for that platform. It's going to be an electrifying night. I can tell you guys, we're going to have our local Rhythms of the Caribbean are going to be performing. We're going to have Professor Hugh Davis again, who is our head judge this year. He's going to be back playing the national anthems. And if you guys were there last year, I've never heard in my life anthems played like that. The guy is just, and we have the SWAT band who's been with us since inception, who have gone through all of these songs and perfect them, and are going to be there to be the backup. We have Max Production and Mr. P from APAC Media. So the team we have put together, we have maintained that team. And it's a good thing when you can maintain the same team from the inception, because you don't rock the boat. They're all good partners. So I'm just excited. And guess who I'm excited for? There's a guy who's going to be performing who has never performed there before. I think he goes by the stage name Gary G. So he's going to be there performing and singing the theme song for GIFs, Gimme Jamaica. I won't tell you who else is going to be on stage with him, but it's not going to be he alone. He's going to be there, but he's going to have a little. You got to come. You got to be in it to win it. If you missed it years ago, don't miss it again. Come in person.
Wow.
This one is going to be a special treat, huh? That's what I'm hearing.
It's a special treat.
Man himself, Gary G.
Yes.
He'll be performing. Now, Gary, we really appreciate you coming on tonight. You're welcome to stay on. We're going to bring on our next guest when you're welcome to stay on, because you probably have some questions for her as well. because you're very much a part of that movement
Yes.
also. But we do appreciate you. You're a trailblazer. You're doing great things. You're showing leadership and culture empowerment, doing all that good stuff. So we really appreciate what you have done and continue to do. So Donna, let us bring on our next guest.
All right. So we are going to bring on our next guest, who is Dr. Evette Taylor. And she's once again, she's a trailblazer in our community and leadership and cultural empowerment. And Dr. Taylor serves as the president of our current Atlanta Jamaican Association, which, this is just a great setup here, right here this evening. But let's go ahead and bring on Dr. Taylor so she can, tell us all about what's happening with the Atlanta Jamaica Association. And this is just exciting time because we're coming up to our independence again and a lot of stuff going on. So let's go ahead and bring her on.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Taylor. How are you doing?
I am fine, thank you. And thank you for having me this evening.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
Hi, Doc.
Hi, Dr. Stephenson. How are you?
I'm awesome. Even better for having you here tonight.
It's my pleasure.
It's number 63, right? Not your age. We're talking about Jamaica. We're talking about Jamaica. Let's get it straight, right?
Not that far off.
How important is that, though?
It's indeed important because if you look at the history of our country, where we came from, and the fights that were made to become independent, it is monumental, and we use that as a hallmark to celebrate the type of people we are and the values that we have within our culture itself. So indeed, 63 years of independence is important and is a legacy.
A legacy indeed. How is the AJA keeping that legacy and that spirit of independence alive in Atlanta?
So I've been with the Atlanta Jamaican Association continuously for approximately 13 years. And each year we celebrate with the annual Independence Ball. And it's a point of pride where we know that we're celebrating a country that has laid the foundation for most of us, whether it's through education or cultural awareness. But if you all remember, we did civics in school, right? And that indeed taught us the importance of having national pride and our history. So what we do, we make sure we celebrate every year. And we encourage folks to come out. It's a black tie event, and you come out, you have a fine dinner, and then we dance the night away. Our highlights is definitely the scholarships that we present to the students from Jamaica or here in Atlanta who will be going to college for the first year. So over the years, we have given anywhere from 10 scholarships per year up to 19. So we celebrate Island Pride that way, as well as celebrate Jamaica itself, the culture, the food, the music, the dressing, the colors. You talked about that earlier. So that's what we do to highlight the independence of Jamaica and the legacy of a country that lives, whether or not we're on the island itself or if we're somewhere else.
Right, thank you. So, Dr. McCook, Dr. Donna, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, Dr. Till, you mentioned about the Independence Ball that is actually coming up, which is a signature event for the AJA. What's making this year's celebration even more special? and how you foresee that's going to bring the community together.
So, what makes it special? We know it's 63 years. It happened August 6th every year. However, just before the former president left office, a pardon was given to our first national hero, Margaret Garvey. And we want to celebrate that legacy because as I study his work, his legacy extends across borders. And we want to highlight that and celebrate the fact that he was pardoned and how he still impacts the global economy by pushing us as, I'll use his word, as Black people to be independent, have our own business, to seek economic self-reliance. And we can celebrate many Black businesses, and a lot of them believe in his teaching. The other thing with this year is that we're celebrating the Jamaica Tourist Board. The Jamaica Tourist Board was formed in 1955. So I'm like, man, it was formed before I was born. 70 years of global impact, leading organization in the Caribbean and many parts of the world. You know, they stood reliant during the pandemic, and the tourist board has been a source of employment for many Jamaicans over the year. And even when we have restrictions for travel to Jamaica, they found a way to attract people to come to Jamaica. So indeed, we want to celebrate that, the impact it has on the folks that live in the island itself when it comes to job opportunities and a place of destination. And of course, the Atlanta Jamaican Association celebrates 48 years of existence today. So we'll be celebrating that as well. And we have a guest speaker, which is the president of the UNIA in Jamaica, Mr. Stephen Golden, which will be giving an impactful keynote address speech. And so altogether, we tie all those four things together to have one big year of celebration, or, you know, one evening of celebration. So I'm excited that we're able to do that.
You know, one big year sounds good. It's a culmination of 12 months, right? Into that one night. So it's appropriate to say that. Dr. McCook, you know, you're also heading up an organization that is big and building the culture. So there's some much similarities here. Do you have any questions, anything you'd like to say to Dr. Reynolds?
Yes, Dr. Evette, thanks for being here and on this program. And you know, earlier, Dr. Lax, you asked about collaboration and everything, and the AJA, I would say, has been the organization in Georgia that has been the most receptive to the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition, to the extent that we are partnered with them, that our winner performs annually at the ball. So that gives us exposure. So again, thanks to AJA and Madam President for your leadership. And it's always a great, you know, great occasion to come out in the black tie and all that stuff and see all our leaders, because it's a place that has leaders. So you know, Dr. Evette she's making sure that all the leaders in Georgia that are represented there and are recognized there. And recognition is very important. They said, show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. So at AJA, you can see what company we really keep. And I would say distinguished Jamaicans who have left their shores to be here and have continued to lift the Jamaican flag high. So Dr. Reynolds, thanks for your leadership. And looking forward to August 9th. After GIFs kicks off on Saturday, then we go on to the culmination, which is the AJA ball.
Absolutely. And, you know, you talk about meeting up with, you know, they call it networking, but we have a few trailblazers, which will be recognized. Like we have Mr. Basil Watson, CD, noted sculptor and visionary who created works like the Usain Bolt statue in South Florida, Martin Luther King here in Atlanta, and also Mr. John Lewis, and of course the Windrush uh, sculpture in London. And then, of course, we have Caribbean Shipping or Caribbean International Shipping for their contribution, especially when there is like an emergency, whether it's a hurricane or something, we'll be honoring them as well because they are awesome in that we will raise funds or we will get donations, and oftentimes they'll ship it for us for free. And then one young lady, her name is Sophie Gibson. She's a pioneering force in the world of marketing and media. First woman of color to launch her own digital marketing agency. So we'll be honoring those folks along with the tourist board as well, because we want to celebrate excellence um, at the forum in which people are partying and celebrating island pride.
Awesome. So I want to go back to collaboration, right? And there are a number of organizations, Jamaican type organizations, and I noted that Dr. McCook said that of all the existing ones, AJ is the one that's the greatest support. What do you attribute the lack of support or to Dr. McCook and Dr. Evette?
You want me to go first? So for me, I'm going to use an example. When I came to the United States, I lived in South Florida, and we had a radio station that was basically a Jamaican radio station. We had the program there. I think it was called Waves 1170. And anything and everything was on that radio station. We listen to that radio station. So we tune in. So I think one of the things with whatever we're doing is the media. Where do the people go to listen to things? Where do they get their information? So once we can manage our network of media exposure, I think that's one of the things with what is happening here. Channeling the media to know what is going on. Some people, they hear it, they don't know it, so we have to educate them as to what it is about. And I think once we get on top of that, people will know this is where we're going to be on such and such a night, on such and such a day.
Dr. McCook, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, interestingly, I think we're here from Jamaica. Jamaicans are very, very competitive. And as a result of that, you find that being competitive can have a negative effect on the folks around you and the society. We left that shore to come here for betterment and also to better ourselves and our families, and also see what we can give back to our island nation. But what I find happening is that someone comes up with an idea and they run with it. Instead of others trying to support, there is this, I would say, tear down mentality that is not healthy. And we have to get away from that. Our motto, let me make sure I get our motto right. Our motto, I think, says, out of many, one people. But the way we are operating, we're not operating as that one people. We're operating as a divided people. So we need to sit back and support each other, especially here in Georgia. There's a whole lot of work that needs to be done here in Georgia. I always say any event that is here in Georgia should not have an empty seat because we have so many Jamaicans living here. it's a shame when you go out and you see what's going on here. And I think Dr. Evette mentioned, I mean, people being aware. Um, we have to make sure people are aware of what is going on, and that we sometimes we clash. Sometimes right now we have so many events going on. Oh my God, 3-4 events. Saturday gone, I got home at 3:30 a.m. because I was at so many events. But I'm still a young guy, so I can do it. But I think we need to love on each other, Dr. Lax and doctors on board here. And just life is so short. I'm sure all of us here in the last year or so many people have heard, oh, that person just passed, that person just passed. Let us get together and let us become that out of many one people and support.
And just a thought, right? If it is the culture, if it is Jamaica, then what does it matter, right? It's about the culture. So we should support each other, if for no other reason, right?
That's correct.
Dr. Donna?
Well, I totally agree with Dr. McCook. It's that we have so many different organizations here in Atlanta that is representing our island, and if we come together and support each other, we can do so much more. Just coming together, it's instead of just little droplets in the bucket that is happening there. If we all come together as even if we do separate work, but at some point all these organizations come together and really work collaboratively to do something where you can really have a greater impact on the island, because we all have pretty much the same vision of wanting to give back or do something for our homeland, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not just work together instead of we're always competing? And yes, like competition is good, but it's also, it can also be your downfall, right? Because you lose that camaraderie and teamwork. So I totally agree with you. It be good for a lot of our organizations to really come together, because we can be so much more impactful with the work that we're wanting to do.
And we begin on Saturday night. Let's begin on Saturday night.
Saturday.
Let's do that.
Let's show them we can do this.
So
that we here at the Collision with Purpose and in the Spotlight, we're not advocating that you shouldn't have your own organization.
Right.
We're not saying that. We're saying that once you have your organization, support each other, support the initiatives. That's all we're saying here. Dr. Evette, you want to add anything to that?
I was going to add, Dr. McCook kicks off with the International Foreign Song Competition on the 26th. And then August 1st is Independence Day. Not Independence, I'm sorry, Emancipation Day. And that evening, the AJA will kick off with the cultural extravaganza, where we have performances from local artists. We highlight them, and we have an evening of fun. We'll be having a flag raising ceremony to celebrate Jamaica's emancipation. And also we'll be having some John Canoe there. So it's an evening of excitement. And I guess if it's okay, then we have the annual church service on Sunday, the 3rd, and we culminate with the ball on the 9th of August.
Is all of this information that we're talking about in one place where someone can go there? Is there a central location to get this information?
I can put them all in one place.
But we talk about communication, and you talk about media and getting that's a place, right? That's a place to start. Dr. Evette, now you're having an event, AJ Ball. Now, here's a flyer. How can someone who would like to attend this event get tickets?
So on the flyer is a link and a QR code at the bottom for you to get tickets, or you could just go to AtlantaJamaicanassociation.org and click on Get Tickets, and it will take you to the site to purchase your ticket online. If there are any questions, you can call 404-642-0339, and we'll be happy to assist you by assisting you to place your order, walk you through it, or do it for you. But definitely there are options where you can help yourself, or we'll be happy to help you as well.
And it's important to note that you don't have to buy one ticket. You can buy a whole table, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can buy a whole table, sit with your friends, sit with your family members, and or if you don't want to sit with them, you can always make new friends, but just sit at a table.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Make new friends, right? That's how you collaborate, and that's how you spread the love, right? Like Dr. McCool.
That's correct. I have my table.
You always have a table.
Yeah.
Always have a table. You're one of those Jamaicans that support everything Jamaican. And that's what we're talking about tonight. And that's why we wanted to have both of you on at the same time, because we know whatever we're doing is only sustainable if we support each other. If not, it's going to fall flat, right? Let's talk a little bit about recruiting, bringing new members on. Dr. Evette, how is that going?
So we're growing our membership base, and we go out to different events and we recruit new members. What we discover is that a lot of people living in Metro Atlanta and the suburbs are not aware of the organization. We have had people that have been here for over 40 years and have been in the association that long. And so we're trying to also get the youths to be a part of it. And by bringing in the youth, we'll be trying, and I think we'll do it, to create leaders outside of these young people. We will embrace what they do now, because what a lot of us did 40 something years ago is kind of different. I had this young man who he specialized in graphic design. He went to school for that. And he said, the thing about this is what they taught me in school then don't really work now. You have to keep up with the technology and where it is. So I may like something a certain way, but to use my daughter, for example, she will not like it that way because I may be doing it the way I did it years ago. So our goal is to tap into the young people, bring them in, create leadership opportunities for them, and let them create events for themselves, share the culture, but at the same time, we embrace them and where they are in life. And of course, we'll have the two sectors, people my age and then the young people. And we go out and we recruit at different events.
Don, I know you want to say something, but yeah, I had a conversation on a show yesterday and was talking to a quote unquote youth. And what came across very strong, she said, don't make decisions for me, make decisions with me. And so is there any plans to have like a youth wing for the AJA? You talk about empowerment, give them leadership position. Is there any such thing that has been considered?
Absolutely. So years ago, the association formed a group and they named it Talawa. We all know that word, right? And we brought in all these young people, and my daughter was probably 12 or maybe 14. And it didn't survive because people started to go away to colleges and stuff like that. So we're working out a framework that will attract people and keep people and plug them in, and definitely form their own youth board and form their own program, keeping in mind the vision of the association. And preserving the culture and sharing and giving back. So absolutely, yes, they the framework is for them to create their own leadership, but with guidance, so that we're not planning to play a domino game, but they probably want to go and do a Halloween party, for example. So we'll empower them to make decisions that will work for them and strengthen the cultural ties, as well as create good leadership within them as well.
See, Dr. Donna would fit well in the youth group.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doc. I know you have something you want to say.
Oh my, it's funny you're saying that. I was going to ask you, is there a specific age group that you're looking to start this with? What's, because when we say our youth, we can talk from preteen, teen, young adults, and they all may think differently and process things differently.
Absolutely. So the young adults that are not in college, and this is my vision and observation, they can devote the time. The ones that are in college is part-time. So we're looking at young adults, but we also are looking at youth. We can start as early as 14 up, because you can mold certain behavior at a younger age. And then once they hit 18, then it starts becoming more independent of us molding the path. These are my vision. And I talked to my daughter, who I've been encouraging to participate in the youth part of the association, and she has her own ideas. But as I said, what works for us who are older doesn't necessarily works for them. So now we have to empower them to create what works for them. And that way we can tap into what they're doing. They can tap into the culture and give back and preserve the different aspect of the culture.
What is the membership like right now in terms of numbers?
In terms of numbers, we have different types of membership. So we have approximately 100, I'll leave it at 100 paid up members. But then we have paid members that were members, and then we have members that haven't paid. So we have a big database of unpaid members.
Can you be an unpaid member, or you're still a member if you don't pay?
Well, yeah, you're just an unpaid member.
I'm just curious, because it seems as if in the bylaws or something that you'd have to be paid up to be a member in good standing. But the reason why I wanted to know about the numbers, and Rosemary said something, also support comes in many forms. You may not be able to afford all the events, but simple sharing or telling friends or family. When you have a number of people, and if each one active current member is saying inviting one, that's a wonderful way to grow anything, right? If you get a commitment from the existing members, what a great way to grow any organization, right? Sharing, telling friends, so I think that's a great idea. But yeah, good stuff. Dr. McCook, anything else you want to add? We're drawing down.
Yeah, I try my best to be at the monthly meetings, to give my support. And it's been very interesting at times, but interesting in that you see, sometimes I think we had some youths come in, and I'm kind of looking at their reaction over there, and as Dr. Evette says, they need their own platform within that platform. So reviving that Talawa, I think, is going to be a good deed, but I can see the challenges in terms of the youth going off to college and all that stuff. But I know Dr. Taylor-Reynolds will be capable of, you know, circumventing whatever obstacles there are. And the AJ, earlier you asked about, Dr. Laxley asked about where can we find a lot of these things that are happening. And I think AJA does a good job. AJA, at times you get the email or so that it shows you, chronological order of events that are happening here in Georgia. So that in itself is a plus. And looking forward to the continued collaboration, Dr. Reynolds. I think we partner well together. And,
Yeah, thank you for that partnership. And it's something that I believe in. I grew up in Jamaica, big part of the festival movement, and I blow my horn a little bit. I was the National Festival Queen of Jamaica in Jamaica 25. And so performance, whether it's speech, music, drama, is big for me. I've seen where the fact that we create cultural entities for the schools enable young people to shine, enable young people to have a platform to step into other aspect of the world. So the festival movement, the cultural movement is important to me, not to mention our cuisine and the different trailblazing leaders that we have had over the years. So partnering with something that can help others and promote the country is big for me. So I'll always collaborate, Dr. Cook.
Yes, and just to put in a plug, we also have the Jamaica JMCC, Jamaica Museum and Cultural Center, another entity that's on the rise here. And, you guys will hear a lot more about it once things are finalized or, settled. But we're doing good things here for our culture.
Absolutely. But, we talk a lot about a lot of stuff, but one of the big thing on the 9th is that we're going to dance the night away. And again, we have the SWAT band, awesome band, and then DJ Mikey Sparkle and Cold Rice. So we will be entertained.
So it's going to be entertainment, fun, informational, giveaway scholarships, and just building the culture.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Donna, you going to be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
She'll be there.
I'll be there.
So Dr. Laxley, you got to put on your tux.
Dr. Evette, what's the theme song for AJ?
We actually don't have a theme song, so now you're making me think. You are making me think.
We'll talk about that. All right, so big stuff. Theme song is important because it brings it together, right? It's that one thing. It's symbolic, but it's functional as well. So that's an idea. Maybe you keep thinking, but act on that thought. All right.
No.
So, all right, Dr. McCook. Before we go, final thoughts. Anything else you want to add about this weekend?
The adrenaline is flowing. I know Sunday morning is going to be a special morning when I sleep in late and all clocks are off. And knowing that we have done year 5 and we have someone crowned as the winner. I mean, the main prize is big bucks. I won't say it on here. Just come and see. But it's looking forward to it, and another culmination. Every staging we have, it's different. I remember this year we having the oldest artist and 2 years ago, we had the youngest artist, a 5-year-old young man, Leon Latonic Denton and his son Leon. So there's variety there. Just come out and support. And again, I know we won't have one empty seat in that place on Saturday night. And I know my partners here, my team, we're all a team here, Dr. Donna, Dr. Laxley, and Dr. Evette. I know we're all going to be there supporting the cause and supporting all future causes that are related to us as a people from the island in the sun, Jamaica.
Thank you so much, Dr. McCook. We are indeed a team, right? All right. So, Dr. Evette, final thoughts? Anything else you want to share with us?
Just to kind of summarize it, I'm excited for this Saturday when we kick off everything, and then next week and the following weekend. So Atlanta poses to have a very, very interesting independence celebration. And I hope everyone will turn out, starting with I'm tempted to say festival song competition, with the foreign song competition and the flag raising and the ball and the church service. So we have a wonderful week or 2 wonderful weeks ahead of us. And then come out, celebrate with us, support. And for us here at Atlanta, our primary goal for that weekend is to raise funds for scholarship. So indeed, let's collaborate, let's have fun. And I say fun in the sun, because trust me, it's 90 degrees out there every day. It's so hot. So let's come out and have some fun, starting this weekend at Shiloh High School, culminating with the ball at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis, very prestigious hotel.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Evette. Dr. McCook, before I say my piece, can you give us not a full verse, just another piece, not a full verse.
Let me give you another one. Independent we became, now we are a worldwide fame. Though we in a foreign land, never ever forget our roots. Our island in the sun, reggae's international. Come on home and have some fun. White sand beach and white rum.
Oh, at the white rum. We're not going to do the white rum. But we will do it anyway. All right. Awesome. Now, to both of our distinguished guests, Dr. Garfield McCook and Dr. Evette, what can I say? Thank you. Thank you for showing us what it looks like to lead with purpose and passion. It's all about this thing right here. Right? And you're showing that. You've showed us that tonight, and you continue to do so. We truly appreciate you for all that you're doing. To our viewers and listeners, and anyone who will be watching this replay, remember, culture is more than tradition. It is action, it is community, and it is legacy, a legacy in motion. Dr. Donna?
Yes, and just to say, thank you so much for joining us this evening, Dr. McCook and Dr. Taylor-Reynolds. I commend you on the work that you're doing. Just, keep on the path that you're going, because, in the end, both your organizations, as you can see, it's all about giving back, right? Even though it's all about having fun and entertainment, but at the end of the day, you're all dedicated to giving back to the future generation by providing scholarships and different things to the children. So I commend you both for what you're doing, and just continue to build your organizations. Thank you for joining us this evening on our platform. We do appreciate your time. We don't take it for granted. And to our audience, we thank you for joining us this Thursday evening. Thank you for staying with us. And if you are in the Atlanta area, come on out and support these various events that will be taking place over our Emancipation weeks. Well, we're starting on Saturday, so we're starting August 26th. We're starting early, so come out to Shiloh High School. Doors open at 5 p.m. and it's going to be an evening that is just going to be a lot of fun. If you're not in the Atlanta area and you're not able to join us, you can still purchase a ticket for a friend or a family member who may be here, or you can just donate to the various organizations that we have here on our platform. Because once again, we know that these monies are essentially, it's going back to helping our children. It's going back to helping our children, and that's what we have to invest in the future. We have to invest in our future generation. So today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. You all have a wonderful Thursday evening, and I charge you to go out there tomorrow on Friday and find someone that you do not know, a perfect stranger, and do one act of kindness. You can do 2, 3, but at least one. So let's go out there and spread kindness and spread love throughout our community. And thank you for joining us this evening on In the Spotlight.
Step into the spotlight. Couple lights on, cameras roll. Time to break the mold. No more silence, every story's gotta be told. Truth in the air, no filter, no disguise. Real talk, real change. We open up your eyes. We got the voices that are changing the game.